don't see me coming. It's finished.
Healing. Archery gloves. Full treasure.
Nice and quiet.
See if they have anything hidden in here. So we have returned victorious. Let's return. Hey, no needs to sneak. Let's go. Back to Stalwart Village. Oh, okay. Let's see. Somewhere in Stalwart, I should ask around. Great. There's the best, not much outside fishing. Oh yeah, old Galvino. Yeah. He's the one that the leaden key to the old Valian. Well, let's see, where should we start? Renegal? Who's this guy? Oh, names starting to blend together now. Killed Berrigan, found an anvil-shaped tile in possession, along with a journal from a previous expedition. Oh, is this the mayor? Glad to see me.
Any luck with Durgan's battery?
Can you tell me about Farah's expedition?
Who? Sorry, I don't recall the name. Last expedition I met disappeared weeks ago. Didn't give any names, but they definitely haven't come back this way. Don't mean the Sfeara weren't part of an expedition, though. We get groups passing by sometimes looking to try their luck. What's on your mind? Before you go, trappers haven't seen Baragon's ogres for a spell. I hear we've got you to thank for that. Whole village is resting easier.
Takes a deep breath and you notice that the dark circles on her eyes have faded.
Halfrick's cleaned up the rooms at the Grave's Rest, and Eaterin supply lines have finally opened up again. Thought you ought to know.
Beautiful. Glad to hear it. And what were you saying, Uldrick?
I sure hope you were right about killing Baragon. Because when you leave us for milder lands, it's us our kin will come after. It's a fool's hope. A fantasy that's kept these parts inhabited longer than they should be.
Glanced around the old house.
They say the Pargrunan dwarves developed Durgan's steel, became powerful, rich. And then one day, they locked their doors and died. Nothing like a mystery to stir folk up. Most of Stalwart is convinced that some Pargrin secret will save us all. But that don't stop them from whispering a prayer when they pass the old fortress. Something else you need?
Seem to disagree with your mother on quite a few matters.
Mother's convinced that a magic forge will turn this frozen crack into a hub of civilization. She can't accept this place is dying.
Doesn't seem like that way to me.
Me? I'd just as soon move on.
Alright, bye. Good luck with that attitude. Why haven't you moved on? Alright, let's see if anybody knows about Garrod. Keep an eye on town. Hey, you find anything out near, long, whatever. See those crazies out here. Most of them are even from the village. Latest group I heard of were from the Gleaming Society and the Sisterhood of Slack Skull. But Renegold set aside some bounty money to see that these troublemakers were taken care of. Bring me the heads of the leaves, I'll give you the payment. Tell me about the Gleaming Society. Crazy pack of radicals that want to topple governments and kill the wealthy. Makes the war look like a food fight. Yeah, it sounds like those martyr guys. Duke Aver and the region of Radiacera both declared them legal, which is probably the only thing those two would agree on. Or would have before all that murder and mayhem in Defiance Bay. Found scratching the back of his neck. Anyway, check along Watts Falls to the east. That's where they were last seen. Who leads the Sisterhood of Slaked Skulls? That'd be Metzla. All members of the Sisterhood worship Bear by sending as many people back to the wheels as they can. Oh, I'll finish them. They've been poking around Durgan's Valley and Whale knows why. You can understand why no one around here is pleased to hear about it. Passed through town recently. Didn't stay long, but they stopped at the Temple of Andra by Sea of Lop and knows something. Come across and be careful, they're unpredictable. You want to know? Alright, got some bounties. Alright, let's go see this terrorist guy. Who the heck is this? Tana. It's been so long since I've been up here. Tana?
They gone? I heard the ogres outside, tearing down walls and murdering folk. Don't remember how things got this bad.
Oh, hi. The elderly woman needs her hands. Her knuckles are swollen knobs, and her palms are ridged with calluses that scrape and rasp as she rubs them together.
But you're the new adventurer. Renengild's latest volunteer.
She squints at you, leaning precariously forward on her wobbling legs.
A real spitfire, she told me. Bet you'd whip those layabouts at the mine into shape.
I'd like to ask you something.
Did you say something, dear?
Yeah, tell me about yourself.
Me? I was the overseer at the mine, back when it was running. Got shut down decades ago when we couldn't sell or ship the stuff. But I still remember plenty about the mining business. And I got as many folk as I can digging out the entrance.
She taps her head at a spotted dome and her thing that's
Been
hair.
praying to the salty wench that I don't forget too much afore they finish the job. Got to
that's
speak
it.
up? My hearing ain't what it was.
Figure. Oh, wow, I'm not going to. Let's see here. Let's go see that Erik guy. The hunter, he'll be happy to see me. Sure, Village knows what you've done for us. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. We owe you our lives. Oh, glad that you. Blah, blah, blah. Glad you're back safely. Yep, just what I thought. There's a druid.
Watch yourself on the mountain. In these lean times, everything looks like prey to something.
Found that wolf of yours.
I see. Is it done? Is he dead?
You didn't tell me I have to kill a druid. I did not. I'm sorry for it. Feared you might balk at the task if you knew what soldier had once been.
You have to understand. To think my son capable of what he did, that was not Soldrin. The beast devoured my boy.
What the hell?
And so, you did the right thing.
Wait, your son?
Yes. He was my son. It was a cruel trick of the gods to give him a gift that brought him such joy and then to twist it.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't get through to him. He's long gone. If there was any other way to get through him, I would have found him by now. Darius looks down, jaw tightening.
Difficult as it must have been, you did what you had to. The people of Stalwart are that much safer for it. You've brought me what peace the gods will allow me. This served me well in my younger days, and I hope that it will do the same for you.
Cloak of the Frozen Hunt. Thanks. Ring finger added. Let's take a look at it. Cloak for the frozen hunt. 6 accuracy against beasts. 6 damage resistance against freeze. Hunters have long made rough garments from the skins of their quarries, but this cloak is of an especially high quality. The thick, soft pelts appear to have come from winter wolves, and they provide excellent protection against cold and wind. Such a cloak would likely have been passed along several generations in a family of hunters. Yep. Okay. Well, we're almost done with this episode. Let me see.
Welcome. Have a seat by the fire if the cold's gotten into your bones.
See if I can find about this girl
Coming
guy.
to your elders for advice, is it? What can I do for you?
Alright. I guess that's it. Take care. I'm find about that girl guy. Meet me at the inn. We'll stop at the Temple of Andra.
Huh, that's what I get for asking directions in the middle of nowhere.
Excuse me? I'll find it without you help. Not giving up, you hear me? What? Charlatans, I'll... What? Hello?
Say, I don't suppose you've seen any mysterious old buildings in the mountains lately, have you?
Oh. Mua? The Mua wears an assortment of bangles, bands, cuffs, chains as thick as armor. She watches you with a raised eyebrow and eyes gleaming with mirth. You mean Durgan's Battery?
No, but I've heard that name a lot around here.
I should have Kana meet you.
I'm looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. It's an obscure temple dedicated to Andra.
There's one right there. Why are you looking for the Abbey?
I'm a gift bearer. My job is to gather tokens of things people want forgotten and surrender them to the Lady of Lament.
Token of things. Okay.
Best place to do that is the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
What kind of tokens do you have?
Anything that represents a moment or a memory someone wishes to leave behind.
Well, that's interesting.
Well, love notes, awkward family heirlooms, bad poetry, the kinds of things you want to forget.
I should have you meet Kana. He'd love to talk with you.
I might be here a while. Half the villagers have never heard of the Abbey, and the ones that have, no one knows where it is.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of this as an extended holiday in a remote mining village that smells like fish.
I've got business in the region. We could travel together maybe later.
You won't regret it. I've got a lovely singing voice.
Uh-oh.
And the company's welcome.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's a barbarian. She's available for hire. Oh, how interesting. What I should do is have Kana meet her. I think that would be awesome. Okay, I'll be back. Sorry. I can't leave everybody. I can't leave people up here. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to travel. Oh. Oh. Hold on a second. Who's that? Oh, that's me. Okay, yeah. We'll get her later. That's interesting. That kind of threw me off there. What's going on here? Veins course under this woman's pale skin like icy fissures, yet when she speaks, her voice flows warm and soothing. Andres welcomed you into her embrace. Yeah, I'm sure she will. Perception, her features soften to look of practice compassion. We're here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. With a thin smile, she nods. You let the goddess help you with your hardships, of course. Tell me about Andra. Andra's the gift of the goddess of redemption, deep like an ocean, gentle as a mother. She's here to relieve her children of their darkest burdens. Came here to aid the villagers to heal the wounds of the past that fester in their soul. Thought Andra was the god of loss and mourning, not redemption. That's pretty across our arms, shifts away. Common notion. Others may believe so, but the goddess's mysteries are profound. Her true power lies in redeeming your loss and regret. Was there something else you want to talk about? I heard the worshippers of Barra visited you recently. Little happens around here that doesn't end up in the mouths of villagers. But we're obliged to assist everyone regardless of their faith. Are you guys sure you're not with Barrett? Group of women came to us, yes. Their leader wanted to know of Durgan's battery. I obliged to point them in that direction. They left us quietly as they arrived, which didn't make us any less concerned about their true intentions. This place grown dangerous enough already. Want to know about the gift bearers. Yeah, the charlatans. A young man dressed in sturdy leathers glares at you. Creases in his face, tan despite the scarce sunlight of the region, suffer slight twitch as you approach him. Got nothing for you. Speak with laughter if you must. He's from the Valiant Republic. Something very strange is going on here. Who is this guy? A dwarf paces with his head down and arms crossed, only stopping to hurl glances at the building behind him. His face is smeared dark with grime, and soot falls from his beard as he mumbles to himself. Worked my hands into bloody sums in this place, and for what? Kicks out a mound of dirty snow. Start with nothing, leave with less. Who are you yelling at? At idiots, that's who. And I'm as much to blame for believing them. Oh, he's talking about those guys. Yeah, they cheated him. Well, good riddance. Should have never settled here in the first place. Some things you mean to leave behind. Come to find out you packed them anyway. But I'm not leaving till I recover what's mine. Can't deny me again, not after this. Ogre gestures at the burned out buildings. Those sweet-tongued priests took my heirlooms. Buried in memory of my past, they said. Now I don't have even that. Talking about Andra's priests, right? Those priests, Andra's dogs. Said the goddess would forgive, that some things are best left to be forgotten. Not swords near my temple. Their leader, Lofta, I believed her words. Another one of them, a gift bearer, took my medallion. Holds a stocky hand to a fist. Now they won't tell me where it's at. Or won't they tell you? Because they think they know better, and that's why I said it was the only way I'd forget. What else do you give to the priest? George casts a measuring look at you. He quickly turns his head away and nods. You still understand its value. My armor, set finer than I've ever seen. But worthless to old dwarf. I had traded it for the medallion, but fool that I was, I gave them both. What did you want to forget about your past? That's a different life, better days until... It's my burden to bear, not yours. Thought to cast away, but memories I lost were all the wrong ones. Maybe there's something I can do. That's the kind of talk that I've grown used to these last few years, I admit. Priests may pretend otherwise, but folks here tend to look out only for themselves. I'd be surprised if they return it willingly, They believe it's a sacred duty to cast the offerings to the gods to some place where they'll be forgotten. But I find where they dropped them, I think. And what's her role in all this, Lofta? She leads that group of crows. They took over the temple as folks started to leave. Came to unburden those that sought to forget their misery here, they say. Something about the medallion belongs to my sister. It's just a pretty trinket to her, but to me, she was last my family. At least they still act like family to me, okay? I don't expect luck to grace me now, but if you find anything, I'll be here. Count on it. Speak with Loftra. Alright, we're going to talk to Loftra. We got a lot of things to do, but we're going to stop at the inn first. We got a new companion. I wanted to meet Kana. Let's get ourselves some room. And we're going to end this episode.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I like the room.
With Baragon's clan gone, I've made a few improvements. You'll rest easier, I'm sure.
Sounds good. Only life for one rest. Alright, we'll rest up. And we're going to call this episode to end. I want to thank you for watching. I'm Erik Malkavian. I've been among the Pillars of Eternity. Here in the White March. Lots of things to do. Take care. Goodbye.